Everyone talks about circular economy, the idea of keeping materials and products in use for as long as possible, avoiding waste, and reintroducing resources into the production cycle. But moving from concept to action can be challenging. In this video, we'll explore how organizations can turn circular economy principles into real projects, step by step, from strategy to operations. Step 1. Diagnose your current waste system. Circular transformation begins with understanding what you generate and where it goes. Start by mapping your waste streams. Identify sources, volumes, frequency, and final destinations. Visualize how materials move across your supply chain, from production sites to collection and disposal. Include data on associated costs, handling methods, and the technologies used for tracking or treatment. This diagnostic phase creates a solid baseline to prioritize actions and detect where circular initiatives can deliver the greatest value. For example, IKEA in Sweden conducted a detailed audit of wood residues from its furniture operations and discovered that a significant portion of raw materials was being wasted. This insight led to the launch of their Wood Reuse program, which transforms waste into new panels and compact boards. Step 2. Identify opportunities. Once you understand your waste profile, analyze the broader context. Study national or regional regulations, recycling targets, and extended producer responsibility schemes. Every country has its own framework. Then, benchmark best practices from other industries. What circular models are working elsewhere? Conduct a recycling market analysis to identify existing players, processing technologies, and potential partners. Finally, evaluate which materials and waste types offer the best circular potential, technically, economically, or environmentally. Some may be easier to recycle. Others might have high residual value or reuse potential. For example, Renault Group in France analyzed end-of-life vehicles and identified opportunities to recover aluminum and copper through its subsidiary Indra Recycling. By partnering with specialized recyclers, they created a new revenue stream while reducing virgin material demand. Step 3. Design your circular strategy. With opportunities identified, it's time to design a clear strategy. Define how each waste type will re-enter the system, whether through resale to third parties, internal reuse, or elimination at the source. At this stage, apply design for circularity principles. Rethink how products, packaging, and materials are created in the first place so they can be easily disassembled, repaired, or recycled later on. This design mindset prevents waste before it happens and makes circularity more cost-effective in the long run. Delimit the scope of your initiative. What operations and volumes will be included, and how will materials flow through collection and logistics systems? Document all steps, ensure traceability, and set measurable goals in KPIs, like the percentage of waste diverted from landfill or materials recovered. Define a governance model with clear roles and accountability. Finally, develop a business case and preliminary budget to sustain the investment, including expected savings, potential revenue from recovered materials, and avoided disposal costs. For example, Starbucks collects used coffee grounds from stores, transforms them into bioplastics and fertilizers, and tracks the entire process through internal traceability systems. The initiative combines business value, measurable KPIs, and environmental benefits. Step 4. Implement and scale. Circularity becomes real through pilots. Select 1 or 2 waste streams and run a controlled pilot to test logistics, technologies, and partners. Formalize agreements with recyclers or third parties, operate under defined processes, and monitor results using your KPIs. Once you have data, evaluate performance. Where are the gaps? Is the collection system working? Are recyclers meeting quality and volume expectations? Adjust the process, then expand gradually to other materials or sites. As the model scales, integrate circular data into your sustainability reports and share learnings with industry partners. Collaboration and industrial symbiosis, where one company's waste becomes another's resource, are key to maximizing impact. For example, Michelin tested tire pyrolysis plants in France and Spain. transforming used rubber into carbon black and industrial oils. After successful pilots, the model was scaled across Europe under the Michelin in Motion 2030 plan, proving how circularity can close loops at industrial scale. Circular economy is more than recycling. It's a system redesign. When companies diagnose their waste, identify opportunities, and apply design for circularity principles, they transform disposal costs into new sources of value. If you're interested in more practical content, check the resources I've linked below. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.